Hello, hello, hello. Um, I am live today. I wanted to talk about mastering your mindset, especially when it comes to health and fitness, weight loss, business, building a business, growing your business, all the things, right? So, because that's the thing, right? What we find is that what's in the way most of us really sustaining our results is here. I was I was I was presenting for a company today. I was speaking at an event today for a company, a big time health company, and one of the things that I talked about was that myth that everybody has that losing weight is hard. Here's the thing: losing weight is not hard. If it was, how many times have you lost the same 20 pounds over and over again? Lost, gain, same 20 pounds, right? If it was so hard, that wouldn't happen. Losing weight isn't hard. What's hard is maintaining it because the process to lose weight, you didn't change here. You were using that same mindset mentality of let's work to, you're finding your why and your triggers. And I used to be there too. I was like, once I find my why and my triggers, I'm good. I'll keep the weight off. I did it. Finally. If you look back at my YouTube channel over the last 5 years, what you'll see is that there have been times where I gained the weight back, right? I didn't gain all of the 120 pounds back, but I gained 40 pounds back or 50 pounds back, which is a lot, right? And then I'd lose that 40 pounds or lose that 50 pounds because guess what? Losing the weight ain't the hard thing. What's tough is maintaining it. And that can be simplified too. Maintaining the weight can be simplified once we change that mindset, right? Once we understand and master the mindset to sustain results. And that's something I've been talking about a lot lately. So if you are in my Facebook group, you have heard this, you hear this over and over again. If you're not in the Facebook group, you may want to join, right? Actually, I also send some stuff on my email list. So if you haven't joined the email list, I'm not sure what you're waiting for, right? But that's the thing, right? Because we've got to get to it. We've got to understand that there's so much more there for us. And so I'm going to post here. I've actually got a challenge coming up and it's free. I don't do free challenges, right? Almost never. But I decided this time to host a free challenge. And so I'm going to tell you, join my free challenge, right? And what we're talking about, and it's mostly for business owners, but we have women in there who've already joined who are in careers, right? Who have full blown careers and are not looking to start their own business. And at the same time, this is for business owners. This is for folks who have a business who'd like to continue thriving in their business, but they're finding these things are holding them back, right? I'm going to teach you the 5 things to avoid, the 5 biggest mistakes that you're making that's causing you to plateau in your business. So that's what I'm teaching in that challenge. So be sure to join that challenge. It's ilekafalette.com/challenge, and it is free. And I don't do free challenges usually. So you definitely want to be at this one, right? You want to join this free one that I'm doing. And comment below, comment here if you're finding that in your business, in your career, you tend to be struggling with, um, you're tired all the time. You're like, when can I just breathe? Right? When we're in those spaces, it's here. It's a mix of how we have fueled ourselves because you've got to fuel yourself properly in order to have the energy to be productive, right? We talk about the rituals and the self-care that you need and the regimen that you need in order to maintain and grow and change your health. So this is what is important. This is what this means. So I'm telling you now, sign up because I am delivering these tips in my challenge. So definitely ask questions here. I'm going to answer some questions here because that's what I'm here for on live this week. Is I want to answer what questions you have as we're talking about what is the biggest problem. Is weight your biggest problem? Weight was not my biggest problem. Losing weight was not my biggest problem or solution. This. And so any questions that you have, I'll answer them here. And we're going to go even more in detail and in depth in my challenge. So be sure to sign up. It's a free 5-day challenge, and it's about growth, and it's about avoiding those mistakes. I'm going to show you the top mistakes you're making that's hindering you from growth in your business, career, and in your life. What are those top 3 things? That's what we're going to go through, because so many of us made those mistakes. I made those mistakes. You can only teach what you've learned. You can only do what you've learned, right? You do what you know. And so I made those same mistakes. I was burning myself out. When I worked in corporate America, I was working 10 to 15-hour days, 4 kids. If you've been following me for a while, you know I have four children, and at that time they were young. And yet I was burning myself out. I wasn't present with my family. I wasn't 100% present with work either, because now I'm at work, I'm thinking about family. When I'm with my family, I'm thinking about work. So I'm showing you how to be present in those moments so that you get to be more productive. Here's the thing, I didn't have to work 16 hours a day. I ended up working more because I wasn't as productive as I thought I was. And I thought I was killing it. I mean, I was a senior director, I was consistently moving up, I was an executive, you know, because director is like the mid level executive. So I was constantly moving up. And yet I'm like, so I must be killing it. No, sis, you're not killing it if you're working 16-hour days. That's not killing it. That's killing you. So that's what we talked about. I'm going to read this comment. Hey, I realized that mental plays a major role for me. It's so hard to get my mental together. Yes, that's the thing. And it doesn't have to be, right? It's just about the process that you're using. So I thought years ago that in order to mentally sustain with when it came to growing my business, or performing my career, or my health and fitness, my weight loss, I had to be perfect, right? And I thought as long as I knew, I had the mindset of what my why was. I know why I'm doing this. I know what this means to me, right? And as long as I understood my triggers, ooh, I know what triggers me. When I'm stressed, when I'm overworked, that's when I'm triggered, right? I knew those things, and I was 350 pounds. I knew those things. I knew those things, and yet I was still holding myself back from getting to that next level in my career. I knew those things, right? But what it is, we can know those things and yet still self sabotage, still feel like have those perfectionism mentality and those perfectionism characteristics, which is something happens, right? This is perfectionism to the T. Something happens, and we're like, oh, okay, this is happening. So let me, since I messed up today, right? We always call it messed up. Oh, I cheated, or I messed up, or whatever, right? Now, since I messed up, today is over. I'm done. I might as well just go on and eat a pizza for dinner and eat the whole pizza because I've already messed up. That's not how it needs to work, right? You can have misses and decide that, you know what? The rest of the day, my next meal is going to be on plan, right? We don't have to allow a miss or a cheat, right? Or some other issues that come up impact what we do moving forward. And that is the thing, right? That's why the mind is the toughest part. Whether it comes to losing weight or growing in some other space, or even feeling like you want to be the best mom that you can be, or the best wife, or the best, coworker, or the best daughter, or the best father, whatever that is, right? The mindset is what's playing into that. Sometimes it's like, well, why do you want to be the best? Like, what does that do for you? How does it align to where you want to go? Right? So, as you're thinking about these things, I want you to begin to step into where you need to be. right? Begin to write down what you actually want, because then we can work on getting you there. This is some of what I'm going to show you how to do during my free challenge next week. So be sure, go to ilekafalette.com/challenge and sign up now for this challenge, because this business challenge, it's a business challenge, but it's a body to business challenge, and it's a body to business challenge. I'm giving you the blueprint, right? The body and business blueprint for abundance and balance, right? Because these are all the things that my clients talk about. And so that's why I want to give this away. And I'm giving this away for free, knowing that there are going to be, like, this is likely going to be one of my last free challenges. What I tend to do is I feel like you should, if you have some skin in the game, you're more likely to take it seriously. That's what I normally stick to, right? And this time I wanted to give this away for free. So I'm giving this away for free for next week. So go ahead and, use that link that I put in the chats and sign up for this challenge. It's free, so then you can get these tools and then be able to use those tools, right? Use these tools to get to where you want to be, to change your mindset, to sever the connections that you've made and the things that you've agreed upon that no longer suit you. So then you can be successful when it comes to your weight loss. You can be successful when it comes to growing your business, and you get to be successful when it comes to growing your career, right? And we get to have an idea of what is it that's truly holding you back. I remember when I was working as a senior director in a Fortune 100 company. Um, in my mind, I thought there was this girl, this other woman that worked, with me, and in my mind, she was the one who was holding me back, right? Like, she would sometimes take some ideas and use them, and or she would, my boss would take my ideas, and then my boss was holding me back. She wanted me to stay under her so that she would look good. Like, these are the things that were in my head, right? That I thought. And I remember telling my husband and telling some of my friends who were coworkers about this, right? And now looking back a few years later, I realized it wasn't that girl at all. It wasn't even my boss. What was holding me back was me. I was self-sabotaging, unknowingly, of course, right? I didn't realize I was self-sabotaging, but I was self-sabotaging. And by self-sabotaging, I was I was talking myself out of higher income, higher revenue, you know, more balance in life, being present, having time with my family, being more productive, having more energy. I had been essentially talking myself out of those things. And you may be doing that too. Are you sabotaging your own success in your health, in your business or career? Because that's what I found that I was doing. I was sabotaging my own success. There's a fear sometimes within us, and people call it imposter syndrome and all the things, right? There's something in us that we were told or agreed to a long time ago when we were kids. The likelihood is, or years ago, we agreed to the fact that we can only grow to here. I can only do this. Some people didn't agree to that, you know, right? Some people were like, no, I'm here always. Others agreed to, I could only get to this. Here's the thing though, there are ways to change it and let go of that agreement even now, even at 40 years old. You get to let go of that agreement. You get to sever it. That connection's gone, that agreement is gone. Right? And that's what I'm showing you how to do in this challenge, because I want to make sure that we're getting rid of those self-sabotaging behaviors, and right, and we're removing just the concept of I'm not good enough. Because when you have the I'm not good enough energy, right, it portrays, everyone can see it. They may not know they see it, but they can feel it. So when you have the I'm not good enough mentality, it affects you in your growth in your business, in your career, and It begins to affect your health, your confidence, and what you feel like you should be feeding yourself. I don't matter enough to eat organic, you know? I don't matter enough to get rid of the processed foods. It tastes good anyway, so I might as well, I'm just gonna eat it. Who cares? We're all gonna die, so what, right? How many times have you heard people say that? We're all gonna die someday. I don't need that to be today, you know? And guess what? My response back when people say, we're all gonna die someday anyway, might as well just eat the pizza, eat the ice cream, eat the this, eat that, right? And you can eat pizza. I'm not saying don't eat pizza, especially if it's been made well and good ingredients. I'm saying that we get to control what we can control. So no, you can't stop yourself from, if you walk outside and a bus hits you, you can't stop that. What you can do is you can decide that you won't have diabetes, that you won't have high blood pressure and high cholesterol and heart conditions and all those things that happen because of excess weight, that happen because of poor food choices, that happen because of not getting enough sleep, that happen because of insane amounts of stress that you're allowing to impact you, right? And I say allowing because we get to choose. We tend not to. We tend to choose the stress over the lack thereof, right? And I know that sounds crazy. I'm going to coach you guys for a second because I know that sounds like, what? I'm not choosing to be stressed out, but we are. I remember I heard a story of this guy one time. He was like, I think he was like 60 something years old. And he was a former like financial investor, like a Wall Street investor guy or whatever, right? And he was living in a van in Hawaii, right? So you're thinking, this guy's ruined his life, right? You're thinking, oh, I guess he must have gotten drunk or, become an alcoholic or drugs or whatever. That was not the case. The guy was like, this man said, I chose to get rid of that life and move into this one. I get to wake up every day under the sun. I get to surf. I get to swim with the dolphins. I get to live the life that I want to live. And I get to move when I want to move. This is what I chose. And I chose not to be stressed out. That's his story. It's beautiful and I love it, love to hear it, love to even tell it, right? And that's not everybody's story. I've got 4 kids. I'm not going to today move to Hawaii and live in a van, right? And at the same time, what we do get the opportunity to do is decide to choose what's going to impact us. This comes when we get to master the mindset. And this is what I help my clients do. This is what I help so many women do is master that mindset because we get to decide what is going to cause us to be stressed, if anything, right? Because we don't have to be stressed. We can choose, you know what? Because I can't really do anything about this, stressing about it, how's that going to make it better? Right? Oh, you never seen me in life. Hey, oh, you have my baby's name too, Gabrielle. Nice. But yeah, it's like stress is, at what point is stress helpful? And so that was something that we have to come to, right? So when I'm helping my clients and we're talking about, stress, overwhelm, and then the things that they do or that they've done previously due to stress and overwhelm. First, we go into why is stress connected to food? Why is stress connected to snapping on everyone, right? Not like that, but like what snapping is, right? Why is stress connected to that? If I'm stressed, why do I need to yell at the kids or yell at my husband? Why? So when we get to understand where that's coming from within us, what past experiences um, that's happening, right? What past experiences are causing that or leading to that or making us feel like this is what we need to do. Once we get to understand what those are, we can sever those ties. Now stress doesn't have to be connected with eating. Stress doesn't have to be connected. We get to remove stress from eating, right? So that stress eating concept or emotional eating concept, we get to sever those ties. We get to remove stress from anger, right? I'm stressed out from work, so now I'm angry and, yelling at my husband, yelling at the kids. We get to sever that, right? We get to remove, stress from frantic behavior. And once we get to sever those ties, we start to feel good again. And also, guess what? When you get to first remove stress from those things, then remove stress altogether, you get to be more productive. If you ever meet someone who doesn't stress out, you'll see that they don't usually work 40-hour weeks. You want to know why? The reason, and yet they can still make the money they need to make. The reason that people who have less stress get to work less time in things that they like, especially in a thing they don't enjoy. The reason that someone who stresses less gets to work less and still make a significant amount of money is because they get to be more productive. This is what I'm showing you in this challenge. So if you have not already, go ahead and click the link and sign up for this challenge. I'm putting it in the chats right now, and it's going to be in the description of the video when we complete, right? But join this challenge because this is what we're talking about, right? Because when I get to remove stress, I get to increase productivity. When I get to increase productivity, that means I'm more effective in my time. So my hour is spent getting things done because I got to remove stress. I got to become more present, become more productive, and effectively get things done. So now I get to work 20 hours a week, if that, as opposed to 60 hours a week. I started this live off talking about how I used to work 16-hour days, a lot of days. Like I used to be up until 3 a.m. working on a regular basis. I'm going to get into this deeper during the challenge, but my day was like 20 hours long. So, what's that doing to me? It's affecting my sleep, right? I'm not getting enough sleep to energize my body, right? Likelihood is, and when I say likelihood, this is what was happening. I was eating the wrong things. So, my body wasn't getting sufficient enough food, right? The right kinds of foods to fuel me. So I brain fog, all the things, and therefore I'm not productive enough because not getting enough sleep, not fueling correctly, barely moving, right? Less productive, less effective. So now those 16-hour days, and think about this if this is you, if this happens to you, those 16-hour days could actually be completed in like 6 hours. Because there are some days where I work 6 hours, right? And the reason I work 6 hours, because many of my days I work like 3 or 4, but there are some days I've worked 6 or even 8 hours, and that's because I had a lot going on that day. Those would have been 16-hour days previously. Why would they be 16-hour days? Because I wasn't as effective or productive, right? Not enough sleep, not enough clarity of mind, no mastery of mindset. So I'm stressed out, right? We already told you what stress does. And so now my body is feeling it. Don't have the energy or the fuel to do the things I needed to do. So now also I'm so tired. So what do I miss? I miss my workout. I don't get to do a workout. I'm tired, right? I overslept. I'm so sleepy. I wasn't sleeping because I couldn't, meaning like physically couldn't. I wasn't sleeping because I didn't have time. And so that is what I'm showing you. How to manage your time, how to master your mindset, and how to be more productive and protect your energy. When you get to do that, then you truly get to live in your best life. And that's what we all want, right? So I wanted to make sure I shared that with you guys today. Definitely sign up, join this challenge. It is free this time. It will not be free again. This is the only time I'm doing this challenge for free. I wanted to share it today. So definitely join it. I'll post the link one more time for you guys. Oh, wait, no, it's already in there. I'm going to actually put it in the description of this video so you guys will see it. The challenge is virtual. So here it is. Um, oh, I see it. Okay. Yeah, it's a virtual challenge. So I want you to be able to join this and really begin to become more productive. This one is for women who own businesses. At the same time, if you're a man and you're in a career and you need to be more productive, this will help you. If you're a woman in a career and you need to be more productive, have more energy and really fuel yourself in the right way, remove stress, all the things, this will help you get there. So that's what we're doing in this challenge. All right. So I may come back on live tomorrow. I always say that for the lives, I usually try and keep it under 30 minutes. And I hear my kids have come home, my family's home. So I'm gonna run upstairs because I always talk about liking to be present with them. Right. And everything that I do, social media, all that stuff, that's work for me. So when I was telling you guys that I work 4 hours in a day, this is a part of my 4 hours. So for me, it is important. And this is what I show my clients how to get your time back. You get your time back when you're more productive. When you're more productive because you're able to be more effective in the things that you're doing. And that is how you get your time back. So, and we already went through how you get to be more productive and have more energy. And I'm going to go into heavy detail during this challenge. So it's a free 5-day challenge. Again, I don't do free challenges often, but I want to give you guys that opportunity to get in here and learn these things, okay? So that you can be more productive in your life and eventually get to the point where you get to work 3 hours a day, 6 hours on a heavy day, right? You get to fuel yourself in a way that allows you to be more productive, have more energy, and then you get to master your mindset so that you get to remove stress as even a thing. All right. Um, oh, so yeah. All right. So I'm gonna let you go. Hold on. Let me see. You still have this on there. Oh yeah. Yeah. I saw it in the description. Yeah. That's why I'm changing out the description. Um, Yeah, you'll be getting it in a second. All right. So I'm excited for you guys. You'll be getting an email soon from me, anyone who signed up for the challenge, and we will be talking. And thank you, Gabrielle. I'll definitely be checking that. I love that you have my baby girl's name. But I'll definitely be checking that. And thank you for highlighting that for me. So I hope everyone is doing great. And definitely join the challenge if you haven't already. You'll be getting another email from me in the next couple of days about the challenge to keep things moving forward. And so you have everything to prepare for the challenge. All right. The Zoom link will be the same. And so, but the dates are actually May 23rd through 27th. It's a 5-day challenge and it's going to be about being more productive, right? How you can be more productive, how you can avoid those mistakes that are causing you to work more and make less, right? Let me say that again. How to avoid the biggest mistake you are making right now that's causing you to work more and make less. One of my clients, right? I have a client who she has her own business, making 150K a year, right? Which is awesome, right? Because most coaches and most smaller businesses are at like the $50,000 range. So she's at 150. Here's the thing: this woman is a beast. She's amazing. She could be making well beyond 150, but she's got some of those limiting beliefs, right? So we've been working to fuel her in the right way, get out of her own head and get out of her own way so she can go well beyond those goals. And that is the biggest piece. So that is what you're learning in this challenge. All right. So go ahead and sign up and I will see you guys there. All right. And I should be back on here sometime this week. I'll talk to y'all soon. Take care. Bye.